Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Exswordion and today I am doing a tutorial on the Naval world's smallest turret. So stay tuned for more. This cannon is a Naval WST. That means it is a naval version of the world's smallest turret, on which I did a tutorial on about 2 months ago. The design is very similar to the standard WST, however it is also worth mentioning that the Naval WST has a little more range than the normal WST. The reason this cannon is called the Naval world's smallest turret is because it can be submerged on a submersible airship with the Movecraft plugin for Minecraft, and it will still work when re-emerging out of the water again. Now this cannon, along with the belly turret cannon and the standard world's smallest turret, were originally designed by Bacchiaro, and a link to his channel and my tutorials can be found on the screen right now and in the video description. Now onto some specifics. Similar to the standard WST, the Naval WST has an adjustable arc, which means that it can fire at things that are at different heights, things that are below it, things that are at its corresponding level, and things that are above it. The Naval WST has 6 propellant dispensers, 2 projectile dispensers, and a range of about 160 blocks, which is pretty impressive for a cannon this size. All in all, the rest of the turret is very compact and simple, and of course the turret itself is compatible with Movecraft, so you can rotate it. However, you can still use this cannon perfectly fine if you're just looking for a good, reliable, and destructive TNT cannon. Alright guys, so here are the resources that you will need to build the Naval WST. I forgot the name for a second there. And basically you'll need 14 repeaters, 14 redstone, 2 redstone comparators, 8 dispensers, a wooden button. It's important that it's a wooden button because that's how the circuit works. You'll need 5 slabs. I'm gonna use stone slabs, nether brick slabs, and stone brick slabs because I like to have different colors in my build. But you want to make sure that whichever slabs you use, that they are in your .craft file for turrets specifically. You also want to make sure that nether brick stairs are in your .craft file, or you can also use any other stairs, but also make sure that they're in your turret.craft file. You'll also need 2 signs, 1 oak fence, obviously you'll need TNT for the whole cannon, and you'll also need a water bucket. Now for clay, I'm going to use blue stained clay. That's because blue stained clay is part of my airship.craft file. These clays right here is what I'm going to use for my turret. You can use any one of these clays depending on which one you have in your turret craft, but just make sure that this clay isn't in your airship.craft and that this type of clay isn't in your turret.craft. And the same goes for blue wool, which I'm using for my airship, but I'm going to use orange and light grey wool for my turret. Now I hope that's not too confusing. If it is, just ask in the comments and I will reply. Anyway, let's get on to the tutorial. Alright, first things first, you need to find a place where you want to put your Naval WST, and if you're placing this into an airship, then I've just got a little blimp here to represent that. Obviously, if you're not using Movecraft, just want to place it somewhere, then that's fine. Just find a place where you've got a decent amount of space. First thing you want to do is find the center of your airship. If you're placing it into an airship, you want to dig down 5 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to place down your orange row, which is part of your turret.craft. If you're using the default .craft file, if not, then use wool that is compatible with the normal .craft file. I am also with the light to grey clay. And now what you want to do is you want to mine this out like this, and don't worry, we'll be covering this up later, so just so we can get all the redstone in. And you want to make a hole something like this. This is just to ensure that the turret doesn't break while we're making it. Not break, but so that it still works. And the first thing you want to do, you want to place down 2 repeaters like so on 2 ticks of delay, and they'll be pointing into a comparator and subtraction mode on either side, and that comparator will be facing into a repeater on either side on full delay. Now you want to add blocks like this that are compatible with your turret.craft, obviously, 2 pieces of redstone here and there, and then you want to place 2 more blocks there and there, and a block there. And you want to place 2 redstone repeaters on full delay right there and there. Now, we're gonna move on to the back wiring. So you want to place redstone here and redstone here, as well as redstone there and there. You want to place blocks like so, and you also want to take your block that is compatible with your airship, in my case blue wool, as you can tell, and we're going to place blocks like this. Now that's also going to connect, so we're going to disrupt that by placing our first dispenser here, and from here we can also fill in these blocks right here, up to there. Yeah, we can place that block. And we also want to place a redstone repeater on 4 ticks there. That will be for the water later on, which we will add. And then we want to place 3 dispensers like so. 3 dispensers here. Knock out this block temporarily so that we can place 2 dispensers like so. Those are extra propellant dispensers. And then we want to replace this block, very important, otherwise the turret obviously won't work. We want to place down a stone slab here and oak fence right there. Make sure the fence is in your turret.craft file. Now you want to take clay that is compatible with your airship but not with your turret, and you want to place it like so, making sure that this fence connects on 3 points, and then we'll finish off the wiring on this side. So place some redstone here. We will use nether brick stairs that are compatible with our .craft file. Place them right here. We want to place 2 blocks right here and here to cut off the redstone, and we'll place a block right here. Now it's very important that you use this stair block here, because that means that you can get the redstone from there all the way up to here into these 2 dispensers, and it's also important that these 2 clay blocks are compatible with your turret.craft file. Now you want to take slabs that are compatible, obviously. I'm going to use stone brick slabs because I think it looks nice. And then we're also going to need some stairs. It's important that you place stairs here as well, so that the signal can travel through here like so. Like that. And then we'll place stairs here as well. And then this is just aesthetic polishing off, which I think looks quite nice. Now, once we're done with that, we have pretty much finished off the entire turret, and we can move on to finishing it off, to making sure that it works properly. And first step is to place 2 clay blocks here and here. Now that is the repeater for the water, which will go in there later. But what you want to do is you want to place clay that is compatible with your turret and clay that's not compatible with your turret, like so. And you want to do that on both sides. This is just to ensure that the rotating works properly. And then you want to take clay that is compatible with your turret and place 2 here and 2 here, so that will cover that up nicely. Finally, you want to take your sign, and you also want to take slabs that are compatible with your .craft file. I know I've said that so many times throughout this tutorial, but I just need to stress that to make sure that everything is fine. And also clay, once again, that is compatible with your turret.craft file. Now, for the sake of protecting the redstone and hiding it, you can place blue stained clay blocks like so on either side. I also think it gives a nice little border. And then finally you'll place a sign right here, and that will ensure that the water will not escape. And finally, if you are using this with Movecraft, then you can add your subcraft rotate sign, and you can right click it to make sure that it works, and our turret does work. It can rotate in all directions, I think. Yep. So that's fine. If you don't want it to rotate in all directions, then all you have to do is place blocks here like so. I think that should work. Yeah, there we go, and that's obstructing it. So place any blocks right here, and that should stop it from turning in that direction if you don't wish to do that. Now, let's move on to the final part of the build. You've got your cannon ready, but now all we need to do is hook it up with the wiring so that we can finish it off. So first thing you want to do is you want to find your orange stained clay, which we started the build off with. And once you have that, you're going to take some repeaters, and you're going to lead the current like so. You can lead it as long as you want, just make sure you keep alternating between redstone and between repeaters, but make sure you have a minimum of at least 2 repeaters, like so. And you want to place a block here. You want to mine this out so you have enough space. You want to place a redstone block here, not redstone block, sorry, redstone piece of dust here. You want to place another redstone dust there. You're going to mine out an area 2x3 right here. You're going to place, my voice went funny there. You're going to place a redstone repeater on 3 ticks there, on 1 tick here, a block here, redstone here, and 2 repeaters on full delay right here. That will point back into this block. You want to place a block above this. You want to place a block above... Sorry. Yes, you want to place a block above here. And then you want to place a repeater here. This is going to be your controlling repeater, the one that determines your range, not your range, but your trajectory, rather. And then you finally want to place your wooden button right here, and that should be above the redstone. So just check that that is all working, and that should be fine, and make sure that this line is nice and undisrupted, and that you are alternating between redstone and repeaters, and that you have at least 2 repeaters before the circuit and the actual input for the turret. Now once we're done, I'm going to set it to day real quick. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up. So what you want to do is you want to grab your water bucket, place it in this dispenser right here. Very important that it's in this one, otherwise your turret will blow up. And since I'm building this in creative, I'm just going to load this up with TNT. And I hope that I've built this correctly. I should have. If I haven't, then I've obviously done something wrong. But I advise if you're building this on survival, then you should try dry firing the turret. So what I mean by that is filling it with normal items that don't blow up, so like, I don't know, dirt or something, and checking that every single dispenser has fired out and that the water has worked correctly. And once you've done that, you can set your trajectory. I'm just going to go with 2 ticks, and you can press the button, and you can see if it's going to work, which it will, and there it flies off. And the spider cobwebs, by the way, are just for the Movecraft client version, which basically shows the trajectory. But anyway, you can also test it in the other direction, so let's see if we can blow up my chest over there. I think we should be able to, with a bit of luck. Let's try 2 ticks. I'm gonna press the button, wait for the TNT, and boom! And we totally missed that by like an inch. Let's see if 1 tick will do it. Come on, come on, do it for the viewers. Come on, cannon. That was pathetic. That was absolutely pathetic. Come on, just do it already. Yay! We blew up the chest. Alright guys, that was my tutorial on the Naval WST, the Naval World's Smallest Turret, and I hope you enjoyed watching this and of course building the turret as much as I did. And I hope this comes in useful for you in your survival world or on the airship powered server, or just when you're designing airships or want to build a cannon that's quite destructive and quite small and quite cheap. Well, I mean, like, apart from the repeaters and stuff, but anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for all the support that I've been getting. My belly turret cannon video recently hit over 1,000 views, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Please comment any ideas for turrets that you have that you want me to do tutorials on. I will be doing tutorials on the DST and the CST turret cannons. Those are basically cannons with more range and more firepower, and those will be coming up in the next 2 weeks or so, depending on how busy I am. But don't hold me to that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.